Common English irregular verbs. To be. I am American. He was out when I called. To bear. The pain was almost more than he could bear. She bore all her suffering, with incredible patience. To beat. She used a hammer to beat the metal into shape. He used a hammer, to beat the nail into the wall. To become. The book has become quite popular. My sister became a college student. To begin. I got the job, and I begin work on Monday. I began living by myself. To bend. When I bend my arm, the pain is excruciating. She bent forward to pick up the newspaper. To bind. They bind over, to tell the truth. He bounded back to meet us. To bite. They bind over to tell the truth. He bite his nails when he feels nervous. To blow. He received a powerful blow to the face. She blew the dust off the book. To break. Break the chocolate bar into pieces. She broke the cup, when she dropped it on the floor. To bring. I will bring the book back to you tomorrow. I brought my children with me. To build. They don't have the money to build roads. The bridge was built in the 1890s. To burst. He burst into the room. She burst through the door, and yelled surprise. To buy. She went to the market, to buy fresh vegetables. I bought a watch and I lost it the next day. To catch. She threw an apple to me but I failed to catch it. She fell backwards, but he caught her in his arms. To choose. I chose my words carefully. They chose her as the team captain. To come. Please come here for a minute. He came to ask us for our help. To cost. How much do these shoes cost? It has cost me $10 altogether. To cut. She cut the sandwiches into triangles. He cut the advertisement out of the newspaper. To deal. He is difficult to deal with. We have dealt with that firm for many years. To dig. Dig a deep hole. It's time we dug up those potatoes. To do. I will never do it again. Did you practice the piano this morning? To draw. He carefully drew a picture of his wife. The police drew up a blacklist of wanted terrorists. To drink. She gave him something cold to drink. I've never drank milk with tea. To drive. I went for a drive in the country. They drove to the station by car. To eat. Eat your soup before it gets cold. The family ate dinner together. To fall. Housing prices continue to fall. She slipped and fell on the ice. To feed. Don't feed the animals. She always fed her children before she fed her dog. To feel. I feel like going for a walk this morning. She felt like taking a walk. To fight. He got into a fight with a man in the bar. Molly had fought and overcome her fear of flying. To find. You'll find our house at the end of the next street. I'm glad he found a car for you. To fly. I must fly, or I'll miss my plane. The bird flapped its wings, and flew away. To forbid. I forbid you to go. She forbade her children sweets. To forget. Don't forget that you have to turn off the lights. He forgot the address. To forgive. Can you ever forgive me for being so selfish? When they couldn't pay, he forgave them both. To freeze. The water pipes will freeze. The ground froze solid. To get. He gets $1,000 a year from his father. I got my passport last week. To give. She tells him to give her all of his salary. I gave him a ride in my car last night. To go. She goes to the office every morning. She went to the hospital yesterday. To grow. We will learn to grow more crops in more places. She grew roses. To have. Do they have a new car? I had a good time at the party. To hear. I can't hear very well. She heard him sing his favorite song. To hide. He couldn't hide his anger at us. They hid themselves behind a tree. To hit. The ship hit an iceberg. The tank was hit by enemy fire. To hold. Hold your breath. I held the mouse by its tail. To hurt. He hurt his hand when he fell. She was hurt in the accident. To keep. You must keep your room clean. He was tired, but he kept working. See you on part 2.